E from MarketWizard.com and EMiniWizard.com. About 11:15 on Tuesday, the 17th of November, 2020. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Well, system absolutely nailed where we should be taking profits, and anyone with profits that wanted to reverse to be using a couple points of risk to turn yourself around and come back in towards the non-directional move to in that part of that was the options expiration idea that we weren't going to get a plunge, but we were going to get probably a reasonable bounce. First things first, had to get back up above that breakdown at 97. First trades, we like testing support. We broke. We said, let's use that 05, 07 area for our resistance, and got lucky enough to get a trade that obviously took out the expected supports. And then as we approached our gap, we said, let's look to knock this out. But realistically, you got to think of 82 now as our support. And once that held and got a little momentum here, then this has been a nice V bounce back into testing our middle zone. So the daily predictive chart, again, on the money. And these traders who thought they had a huge winner to just carry over, all of those traders probably, once we broke in that 92 area and came down, which we said was our initial support zone, 93.75 to 92 and a quarter. Once we broke in here, probably a lot of them dumped trades unless they're a big player, and then they're going to be averaging in and coming in from here. So we've had a good morning. My suggestion is it's options expiration. It's probably theta burn. And I think the best trades are already done for the day. And a reminder, we looked at our 5 RTH chart also as a timing idea. We looked at PPT, PAR as an idea. We talked about this today: price pattern, timing, psychology, anticipating and reacting. We talked about the odds and probability. This was an odds trade, a probability trade. Price and time were in alignment here, and a huge odds reversal really based on our system to come back in. So those of you who are in the Eagles training and using these things, it's continued to show you how to set your charts and set your spreadsheets, and hopefully it's starting to make some sense now after a few days here. And this is the 5-minute chart we were looking at. We noted that we thought it was about time for the bounce. We love this idea of make sure you're paid by the rain line. And then we said that if we got a bounce, I said, I think we're going to take out the IB high. And then the question is, can we get above the blue line and stay there? Because that's part of it. This is a beach ball that's been pushed down, and now we've got the bounce. So now what can we do? And my guess is we'll probably get some chop and some over and under and some theta burn. But this really is one of the best ideas in our system too, to understand the relationship between these moving averages. So this is one more tool in our arsenal, amongst others that we talk about. And we talk about ideas like the half gap to trade today will achieve the 14 and a half to 15 zone. And for now, we're using that obviously as our resistance target. And first things first, you got to get above the 7 to 10 area. But before the day's over, that's a possibility. But I still think that's got to be considered as our resistance for now. And so anybody that's played the odds trade to come back into a range type trade, make sure you understand we've got about a half an hour left for primary trade. And so far, the move has been down, and this is a contra bounce against the overnight range. So it's a trend trade with the last few days, but it's a contra against the day's range. And so I'm just trying to put that into perspective, that great bounce, but the jury's still out. got to hold the gains. This is a beach ball, push down and bouncing back. And then I would still expect, I think the day low is in already and probably the high too. So I think we've got a range type day. And that's what we talked about, a two-way day today. So I hope you had a good morning. Hope this is making sense to you. And as usual, I love you guys posting your notes and helping each other and sharing your ideas. And I couldn't be happier with this group of traders who are trying to help each other, and we share and help each other try to better our craft. So thanks for coming, and I will see you in the Slack room in a little bit. Take a walk before the day is over and clear the cobwebs, and then come back and see what you can find in the afternoon for some trades. Best to all and be well.